Hi students, welcome to the chemistry class. In last class, we are discussed about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, and then continuation part in this class I would like to teach. Okay, and then in yesterday class, kinetic molecular theory of the gases we are discussed. In that kinetic molecular theory of the gases, the last postulate is average kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. That means the temperature is increases, the kinetic energy of the gas molecules is also increases. That is the last postulate in the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. And then based on the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, we express the one equation based on the because of ideal gas equations only applicable, kinetic molecular theory of the gases only for applicable for the ideal gas equation. Based on the ideal gas equation, ideal gases, and then kinetic molecular theory of the gases, and then expressed into K PV kinetic energy equation is the PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnu square. This is the kinetic energy equation. This is the kinetic energy equation. In last class, we are discussed about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Kinetic molecular theory of the gases only applicable for ideal gases. Ideal gas means gases which obeys the ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation means PV equal to nRT. So based on the PV equal to nRT, kinetic molecular theory of gases is expressed or expressed into the kinetic energy equation, that is the PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnu square. In this equation, P is the pressure of the gas, V volume of the gas, 1 by 3, generally 1 by 2 we are using, but in this case 1 by 3, these are indicates the dimensions. Generally in gas molecules vibrate in all directions, that means 3-dimensional, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, like that. 3-dimensionally the molecules, gas molecules are vibrated and moved. Okay, so taken into 3 directions, so 1 by 3, 3-dimensional, so 1 by 3 mnu square. What is the meaning of the m? The mass of the gas molecule, and the n, number of moles of the gas molecule, and u is indicated by the speed or velocity of the gas molecules. Okay, once again I repeat, this is the kinetic energy equation. Kinetic energy equation is the PV equal to 1 by 3 mnu square. P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas. In this 1 by 3 is indicated by the 3-dimensional of the vibration of the gas molecules, and then m is indicated by the mass of the gas molecule, and the n, number of moles of the gas, and u, velocity of the or speed of the gas molecules. By the using of this equation, we are deduce the gas laws. We have the 4 or 5 gas laws are here. They are the Boyle's law, Charles law, Graham's law, Dalton's law, like that. These laws are deduced from this equation. This equation is called as a kinetic energy equation. By the using of this equation, the gas laws are deduced. How to deduce? First of all, taken into Boyle's law. Deduce the Boyle's law from the kinetic energy equation. Generally, what is the meaning of the Boyle's law? Boyle's law means at constant temperature, at constant temperature, for the given mass of the gas, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas. The volume of the gas is inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas, that is the Boyle's law, at constant temperature. At constant temperature. This law is deduced from kinetic energy equation. First of all, kinetic energy equation is the PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnu square. In this equation, 1 by 3 we can write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mnu square. Both are the same, but this 1 by 3 we can write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mnu square. In this, m is the mass of the gas, n is the number of moles of the gas. Both are combined, that means the product of the m and n is indicated by the capital M. That means the mass of the gas into the number of moles of the gas to formation or to obtain the molecular weight of the gas molecule. Molecular weight of the gas molecule. So this Mn place is substituted by the capital M. We can write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 half mu square. We know what is the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. So in this v is indicated by the velocity. In this equation, u is also indicated by the velocity. So in this half mu square is substituted by the ke, then we can write the equation is PV is equal to 2 by 3 into KE, because of KE is equal to half mu square or half mv square. So in this place of the half mu square, we are substituted the KE. Okay. We know about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. According to the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, the Ke, that means the average kinetic energy or kinetic energy of the gas molecules, is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So in this equation, this Ke is substituted by the T, that means replaced by the capital T, absolute temperature. So we can write the formula is PV is equal to 2 by 3 proportional to the T, and then proportional is converted into the constant, then we can write the formula is 2 by 3 KT. 2 by 3 equal to 2 by 3 KT. This is the equation. And then according to the Boyle's law, the Boyle's law means at constant temperature for given the mass of the gas, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. That means at constant temperature. In this equation, T is the constant, then this total form is the constant. So we can write PV is equal to constant. Otherwise, V is changes from left to the right, then we can write V is inversely proportional to the P. This is the Boyle's law. So we can easily deduce the Boyle's law from kinetic energy equation. Kinetic energy equation. This is the first deduction or first deduce from kinetic energy equation. This is the Boyle's law. What is the meaning of the Boyle's law? Boyle's law means at constant temperature for the given mass of the gas, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. So this is deduced from this equation, that means kinetic energy equation. First of all, we can write kinetic energy equation PV equal to 1 by 3 mn u square. In this mn, okay, in this equation 1 by 3 we can write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2, both are the same, and then we change the mn. Mn means mass of the molecules, gas molecules, and the number of moles of the molecules. Both are combined formation of a molecular weight of the molecules. So we are substituted in the place of the mn, capital M. Half mn mv square is equals to the ke. So in this place half mu square is replaced with ke, and then write the equation PV equal to 2 by 3 into ke. We know from the, according to the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, the kinetic energy of the gas molecules are directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So K is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So this temperature is substituted on the place of the Ke. Then we can write PV is equal to 2 by 3 proportional to the absolute temperature. Then this proportionality is substituted by the constant. We can write 2 by 3 kT. According to the Boyle's law, at constant temperature, so the temperature is constant, then in the form of 2 by 3 kT is the constant. So we are write the PV equal to constant. That means P is changes from left to the right. We can write V is direct inversely proportional to the 1 by P. That means the Boyle's law. Okay, and then the second law is Charles law. Charles law. What is the meaning of the Charles law? Charles law means at constant pressure, for the given mass of the gas, the volume of the gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. That is the Charles law. This Charles law is deduced from kinetic energy equation. Then we can write first of all kinetic energy equation PV is equal to 1 by 3 mn u square. This 1 by 3 we are substituted into the another value, that is the 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mn u square, both are the same, and then this mn is equals to the capital M, already discussed in last concept of the Boyle's law. So this M is substituted in the place of the mn. We can write 2 by 3 into half m u square PV equal to, then we know about the Ke equal to half mv square. So this half mv square place is replaced with by the or substituted by the Ke. Then we can write PV is equal to 2 by 3 into Ke. We know about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. According to the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, Ke, kinetic energy, is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Then we substituted the place of the Ke by the temperature. We can write PV is equal to 2 by 3 proportional to the T. At the same time, PV is equal to 2 by 3 kT. And then in this, according to the Charles law, we wants to volume. Volume is directly proportional to the temperature. So P is changes from the left side to the right side. Then we can write V is equal to 2 by 3 kT by P. In this case, according to the Charles law, at constant pressure, so this T is changes from right side to the left side. We can write V by T is equal to 2 by 3 P. That means P is constant in the form of, this form is the constant. We can write V by T is equal to constant. V by T equal to constant. T changes from the left to the right, then we can write the formula V is directly proportional to the T. This is the Charles law. This is the Charles law. That means volume of the gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. And then the next law is Graham's law. Generally, Graham's law is defined as the at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of the gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. That is the Graham's law. Once again I repeat, at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of the gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. That is called as a Graham's law. This Graham's law is deduced from the kinetic energy equation. That is, first of all, the kinetic energy equation we can write PV is equal to 1 by 3 mn u square. At the same time, this 1 by 3 we can write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mn u square. In this case, mn, that means mass of the gas molecule and number of moles of the gas molecule, both are combined to obtain the capital M. That means the molecular weight of the gas molecule. So that is the substituted in the place of the Mn. We can write PV is equal to 2 by 3 into half m u square. In this Graham's law, not a Boyle's law, Charles law. Boyle's law having the variation in the volume, and Charles law variation in the volume and temperature. In Boyle's law, variation in the volume and pressure. But in this Graham's law, at constant temperature and pressure, variation in the rate of diffusion, that means speed of the gas molecules, and the weight of the, that means density of the gas molecules. So in this equation, we want to the speed first of all. So this u square is shifted from right side to the left side. We can write u square equal to 3 PV. That means PV changes from left side to the right side. Then we can write 3 PV by m. And then this square is shifted from right side to the left side to the right side. We can write u equal to square root of the square. We write the square root of in right side PV by m. U equal to square root of 3 PV by m. In this formula, we have V by m is equal to the 1 by d. Generally, the density is equals to the mass of the gas upon the volume of the gas. This is the density. But in this equation, the reverse of the volume and weight, molecular weight is present. So V by m is equals to the 1 by d. This value of V by m is substituted on this equation. Then we can write u is equal to root of 3p into 1. So 3 PV into 1. Okay, 1 is negligible. So 3 PV by d. The same time, according to the Graham's law, at constant temperature and pressure. So in this case, pressure and volume. So both are the constant. So we can write this equation u is equals to root of 1 by d. U is the speed of the, indicates the speed of the gas. That means R, rate of diffusion. This is also speed of the gas. That means U is directly proportional to the R. So U is replaced by the R. We can write R is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. This is the Graham's law. This is the Graham's law. Then next law is the Dalton's law. The next law is Dalton's law of partial pressure. What is the Dalton's law? Dalton's law means at constant temperature, first of all, at constant temperature, the pressure is exerted by the mixture of chemically non-reacting gases is equals to the sum of the partial pressures of the gases. That is called as a Dalton's law. That is called as a Dalton's law. That equation is total pressure of the gaseous mixture is equals to the partial sum of the partial pressures of the gases. This is the Dalton's law. This Dalton's law can deduce from this equation, that is the kinetic energy equation. First of all, we are taken a container, and then this container is filled with two types of gases. Two types of gases, and then at constant volume, and then according to the Dalton's law at constant temperature is also. These two gases having the masses, they are the first gas having the mass is m1 and the second gas having the mass is m2. At the same time, the two gases mixture, the two gases having the number of moles. So the number of moles of the first gas is indicated by the n1 and the number of moles of the second gas is indicated by the n2, and then both gases having the speed of the gas molecules. That means that gas molecules having the speed, that speed is indicated by the first gas of the first gas molecules of the speed is indicated by the u1, and then speed of the second gas molecules is indicated by the u2. And then once again I repeat, first of all, taken into a container. In this container, two gases are filled. In these two gases are at constant volume and temperature, and then these two gases having the masses. That masses are indicated by the first gas is indicated by the m1 and second gas is indicated by the m2, and the two gases having the number of moles also. So the number of moles of the first gas is indicated by the n1 and the number of moles of the second gas is indicated by the n2, and then both gases molecules having the speed or velocity, they are indicated by the first gas is indicated by the nu1 and the second gas velocities are indicated by the u2. And then from kinetic energy equation, that kinetic energy equation is the PV is equal to 1 by 3 mn u square, and then the V is the constant and the temperature is also constant, varying the pressure. The first gas of the pressure, the partial pressure, that means the pressure of the first gas is equal to 1 by 3. The first gas mass is the m1 and the first gas number of moles is the n1 and the first gas velocities of the molecules is the u1 square by V. This is the first gas. And then second gas pressure is indicated by the P2. This is equals to the 1 by 3. The second gas mass is the m2 and the second gas number of moles is the n2 and the second gas velocities, molecules velocities are indicated by the u2 square by V. Okay, that means the total pressure of this mixture, that means total pressure P total is equals to the P1 plus P2. That means generally PV is equal to 1 by 3 m1 n1 u1 square plus 1 by 3 m1 m2 n2 u2 square. V shifted to the constant, so we can write total pressure is equal to P1 plus P2. So P1 is the 1 by 3 m1 n1 u1 square by V plus 1 by 3 m2 n2 u2 square by V. That means m1 n1 u square by V, that is indicated by the P1, plus this is indicated by the P2. This is equals to the P. The total pressure of the gaseous mixture is equals to the sum of the individual pressures. That is the Dalton's law. That is the Dalton's law. According to the Dalton's law, at constant temperature, the pressure, total pressure is of the total pressure of the mixture of the gases is equals to the individual sum of the individual pressure of the gases in this mixture. That is the Dalton's law. This is the deduced from the kinetic energy equation. And then the next deduce, the law is the kinetic energy equation. Kinetic energy equation is deduced from this kinetic molecular theory of the kinetic equation. First of all, kinetic energy equation we can write PV is equal to 1 by 3 mn u square, and then we can write this formula PV is equal to 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mn u square, and then mn, that means is equals to the capital M. So we can write PV is equal to 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 mu square, half mu square. We know about the half mu square. Kinetic energy is equals to the half mu square or mv square. We can replace this value by the Ke. We can write the PV is equal to 2 by 3 into Ke. In this we deduce the kinetic energy equation, that means kinetic energy. So this kinetic energy equation wants to the kinetic energy. So this kinetic energy is changes from the right side to the left side, then PV is shifted to the left side to the right side. Then we can write the formula or equation is kinetic energy is equal to 3 by 2 PV. Okay, and then according to the ideal gas, PV is equals to nRT. Then the number of moles is 1. This is the negligible, that means this is the removable. Then we can write, that means 1 means is the substituted or not substituted is same. So PV equal to RT. So in this case, number of moles of the gas is 1. Then the ideal gas equation we can write PV equal to RT. So in this PV is replaced by the RT. Then we can write the formula or equation is Ke is equal to 3 by 2 RT. At the same time, the number of moles are variable, that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. Then we can write the formula is Ke is equals to the 3 by 2 nRT. 3 by 2 nRT. This is the kinetic energy equation. In this case, the kinetic energy, that means gases, are the kinetic energy of the gases are depends on the only absolute temperature. Based on the kinetic molecular theory of the gases, the kinetic energy of the gas molecules or depends on the absolute temperature. That means directly proportional to the temperature. Temperature is increases, the kinetic energy of the molecules is also increases. Temperature is decreases, the kinetic energy of the molecules is also decreases. So the kinetic energy of the gas molecules only depends on the absolute temperature, does not depends on the nature of the gas. Nature of the gas. So the kinetic energy of the gas molecules depends on the absolute temperature only. So one gas molecule of the kinetic energy we can write Ke is equal to 3 by 2 RT by N. RT by N. At the same time, in this R means universal gas constant, T is the absolute temperature, and N is the Avogadro's number. In the R by N, it equals to the K. That means K is indicated by the Boltzmann constant. What is the meaning of the Boltzmann constant? Boltzmann constant means the gas constant for the one gas molecule in a gas. Gas constant for one gas molecule is known as a Boltzmann constant. So this is the one gas molecule, for one gas molecule of the kinetic energy, that is the Ke equal to 3 by 2 RT by N. In this R by N is replaced by the K, that means K is indicated by the Boltzmann constant. Then we can write the equation is Ke is equals to the 3 by 2 Kt. K is the Boltzmann constant and T is the absolute temperature. This is the kinetic energy equation from the this equation. Okay, deduce equation. These are the deduce the equations. Deduce the gas laws of Boyle's law, Charles' law, Graham's law, Dalton's law, and kinetic energy equations. Okay, and then the next concept is behavior of the real gases. Behavior of the real gases. In that real gases behavior, we observe or we discuss about the deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Deviation from the ideal behavior of the gases. That means that we are having the two types of gases. One is the real gases, another one is the ideal gases. What is the meaning of the ideal gas? Ideal gas means it obeys the, that means gases which are obeys the ideal gas equation at all conditions, all temperatures and pressure conditions. Gases which are obeys the PV equal to nRT, that is the ideal gas equation. That gases are called as a ideal gases or perfect gases. Otherwise the gases are does not obeys the ideal gas equation. That type of gases are known as a real gases. So we have two types of gases. One is the ideal gases, another one is the real gases. So the real gases means they are the deviates the ideal nature of the gases nature. That means ideal gas nature deviates, that means to decrease or increase the or to does not obeys the PV equal to nRT equation. That is, that gases are called as a real gases. That real gases deviations from the ideal nature, ideal behavior of the gases. Okay, so generally real gases deviates the ideal behavior. When the real gases are deviates the ideal behavior of the gases, yet high pressure and at low temperature, the conditions are the at high pressure and at low temperature, the real gases are deviates the behavior of the ideal gas, behavior of the ideal gas. When the real gases at high pressure and low pressure, otherwise that real gases behaves like a ideal gases when the real gases acts as a ideal behavior at a low pressure, high temperature. Remember this point. Real gases behaves like a ideal behavior gases or ideal behavior of the nature of the gases when at high pressure, at high temperature and low pressure. Otherwise, the real gases are deviates the ideal nature when at high pressure and low temperature. This deviation we are expressed into a factor. That factor is called as a compressibility factor. This compressibility factor is expressed in Z. Expressed in Z. Once again I repeat, the real gases are deviates the ideal nature when at high pressure and at low temperature. That is indicated by a factor. That factor is called as a compressibility factor. This compressibility factor is indicated by the Z. Generally, the compressibility factor we are calculated by the real gas and ideal gas of the taken into volumes, and then the ratio of the molar volume of the real gas upon the molar volume of the ideal gas. This is the compressibility factor. What is the meaning of the compressibility factor? Compressibility factor means the ratio of in between the ratio of the molar volume of the real gas to the molar volume of the ideal gas. These are volumes. These are indicated by the Z is equal to V real by V ideal. That means volume of molar volume of the real gas by that means upon the volume of the ideal gas. Okay. Generally, in ideal gas, the number of moles is 1. The ideal gas equation is PV equal to nRT. The n value is 1. We can write PV equal to RT. Then the ideal gas of the V ideal is equals to the RT by P is shifted to the left side to the right side. We can write P. That means the ideal volume of the ideal gas for number of moles is 1. Then we can write the ideal gas volume of the ideal gas is equals to the RT by P. This formula, that means value of the V volume of the ideal gas RT by P is substituted in the case of the compressibility factor. Then the compressibility factor is equal to V real gas by V ideal gas. In the place of the ideal gas, we are substituted by RT by P. Then P is shifted to the upper side. Then we can write Z is equal to PV by RT. It is the number of moles is 1. Otherwise, the number of moles are increases 2 or 3 or 4 are taken. Then we can write the formula is Z is equal to PV by nRT. This is the compressibility factor. That means, first of all, the compressibility factor is defined as the ratio of the molar volume of the real gas to the molar volume of the ideal gas. Otherwise, in last case, the compressibility factor is defined as the PV is equals to the nRT. The PV is equals to the nRT. That factor is called as a compressibility factor. Generally, the compressibility factor is indicated by the Z. Z equal to 1. That is the ideal gas. That means compressibility factor value is 1. That means PV is equal to nRT. Otherwise, the Z value is not equal to 1, that means the PV is not equals to N or T, then in this case this type of gases are called as a real gases. This type of gases are called as a ideal gases. In this case the compressibility factor value is 1, that means the PV equal to the nRT, that means these obeys the gases are called as a ideal gas. At the same time the compressibility factor is not equals to the 1, that means either less or more, that means Z is less than 1 or Z is greater than 1. So Z is not equals to the 1, that means the PV is not equals to the nRT. In this case this type of gases are called as a real gases. These gases are called as a real gases. So based on this compressibility factor, the real gases shows two types of deviations. They are the positive deviation and another one is the negative deviation, because Z not equals to the 1, that means in this case less than 1 or more than 1. Less than 1 indicates the negative deviation, is called as a negative deviation. Otherwise greater than 1 is indicates the positive deviation. Okay, that means first one is the deviation is the positive deviation. Positive deviation means Z is, that means compressibility factor is greater than 1, that means in this case the gas molecules, in between the gas molecules, first of all taken into a container, and then the gas molecules, that means gas should be filled with a gas. In these gas molecules the attraction forces are very weak, that means the repulsion forces are arising, then the compressibility factor is greater than 1, obtain the greater than 1. At the same time the attraction forces are very poor, that means this is a less compressibility, that means the attraction forces are very weak, that means the repulsion forces are high. So these gas molecules vibrates in all directions and occupies the more volume. So the compressibility is very less compressible. These are the less compressible. The type of, that means which type of gases are less compressible, then the type of gases shows the positive deviation. Generally positive deviation is indicated by the at a high temperature, because of these molecules having the higher energy based on the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So temperature is increases, the kinetic energy of these molecules is increases, then vibrates in all directions with high velocities, and then the interactions in between two molecules, gas molecules, is decreases. So in this case the positive deviation means the compressibility factor is greater than 1, that means the attraction forces are very poor and repulsions are very high. At the same time these gas molecules occupies the more volume, that means less compressible. This type of gases shows positive deviation, and then this positive deviation is indicated into a graph like that. First of all this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. In this case Z means PV by nRT taken into the Z value, compressibility factor value taken as in y-axis, and Z-axis pressure taken into the pressure or temperature. For example, first of all pressure taken into a pressure, then first of all a straight line is formed for the ideal gas. In ideal gas anytime Z is equals to the 1, so this value is the 1, and then formation of a straight line with parallel with the x-axis, Otherwise the real gases are deviates below the 1, that means the negative sign above the one, that is the positive. So the gases are in the x-axis, we are taken into the temperature. For example, first of all, increase the temperatures at low temperatures indicates the negative deviation, and the temperature is increases represents the positive deviation. So the positive deviation means the compressibility factor is greater than 1, and then it shows at a high temperature, and then less compressible. The interactions are very weak, that is the positive deviation. Generally CH4, He, helium, hydrogen, they are the shows the positive deviation. And then second one is the negative deviation. Negative deviation means the compressibility factor is less than 1. Compressibility factor is less than 1. That means in a container the gas molecules occupy the less space. That means in between the gas molecules attractions are more and more compressible. That volume is occupied, the volume is very less. So the negative deviation of the gases are the more compressible, and the attractions are more compressible, and attractions of the gases are more. Then the type of gases shows the negative deviation, and then the Z value is the less than 1. The Z value is the less than 1. Okay, these are the types of the deviation, and then the factors of some of the factors are affected on this deviation. They are we'll discuss in next class. Okay, students.